Hi everyone, been a while. You might be wondering what this is behind me, and so if you remember in my previous video, car put down 360 wheel horsepower, 300 pound-feet of torque, or 330 pound-feet of torque. I was revving it to like 7,200 RPMs, and well, I decided to go out to Mexico, which is all fun and dandy, and I had a great time. However, I ran into some issues the next day when I decided to just go for some fun driving, and this is what I found. So that's cylinder number 3. It's not supposed to be like that. So yeah, I decided to yank out the whole motor, and I parted out a ton of parts. So the majority of the bolt-ons that were previously on this engine, so the pulleys, the manifold, the injectors, the freaking long tube headers, mid-pipe, etc., those are all gone. I sold them off on Marketplace. Pretty much everything I put up eventually sold, including those body panels that were supposed to be for this car, but I decided to invest the money elsewhere. So yeah, right behind me is the good old car. Poor girl, she's seen better days. And there is her heart. Yeah, it's definitely seen better days. It's kind of a mess. I decided that I was gonna yank all of this out because tomorrow I got a surprise because I have a heart transplant for the old girl. So I'll get back with you guys after tomorrow. There it is.
You know?
There it is.
So put this one back.
All right, guys, it is the next day. I'm here to pick up the engine for my Mustang at Kirkwood Motorsports. Huge shout out to Kirkwood Motorsports. They've been really helpful in helping me find this. And here is the machine in all her glory. All right, guys, so here's the engine all ready to go in. Well, almost ready to go in. As you can tell, it's a little different because the guy over at Kirkwood Motorsports, Kirk, he had a pair of these black Ford Racing valve covers, and yeah, I just had to get them because it's night and day difference. They are a whole lot better. Plus, I sold my blue valve covers, and you know what? I think the black suits me better. So right now, I'm gonna degrease the engine bay. I'm gonna clean it off. As you can see, it's disgusting everywhere. I'm gonna use some of this purple power, brushes, and I'm gonna get to it. So yeah, pardon the mess. Sorry I didn't get you an update on the way back or anything, but here she is, and we're gonna get this going. Here's the old girl. She's gonna get cleaned up, and then the engine is gonna get dropped in once I get that all done. So I'll get back to you guys in just a moment. Power came in clutch. It's kind of hard to tell because the lighting in here is kind of but you'll be able to tell hopefully once I put the engine in. Well, maybe not, but either way I can tell because that's not pitch black anymore and covered in grease. It's actually silver now. But anyway, here it is. So let's drop this thing in. All right, so the engine is currently in. This thing looks, it's spicy, man. That's all I can say. Like, wow. Just, wow. Okay, it is fully in. I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera around and show you guys the beauty behind me. There it is. The black valve covers. This thing looks absolutely perfect. Okay, so I just finished getting the intercooler on as well as connecting the lines for the power steering pump. AC compressor is on as well. Don't mind this terrible lighting. The lighting is really bad in here, but I'm still gonna show you what I did. The intercooler was pretty bent up, but I still made it work. So as long as it holds coolant, then we're good. So let me show you that. All right, here we are. Definitely seen better days, but if it holds air, or I mean water, then we're cool. I cut this a bit more to make some more room, and I got the hoses, or at least some of the hoses, routed. So we're making progress step by step. PCM bracket is on there. I didn't unfortunately have the bracket for this, but I'll figure something out. So we are getting there. All right, guys, we have now fast forwarded a bit. I got the entire engine harness in. I also have the cooling system in and all that stuff, which I'll show you. Right now, currently, I got the flywheel on. It's my XD Lighten flywheel. I'm just gonna torque everything to spec. So pardon my goofy gooberness. I know this isn't exactly the ideal recording process, nor is it the highest quality, but I'm working with what I got. So my apologies if this doesn't look like gears and gasoline. Just know I am mostly trying my best. All right, and here, little life hack so you don't rotate the crap out of your engine while you're doing this. Put in a bell housing bolt, a clutch bolt, and put a wrench in between them, and boom, problem solved. So now these are torqued to spec, time to put on my Mach 500 clutch. All right, well, here's the clutch. Exact same clutch I ran previously. It's an Exide Mach 500. It's a single disc organic. It's an organic single disc. Here's the specs on it or whatever. I got it from Lethal Performance because they beat everyone in price by like $80, so couldn't go wrong with that. So let's slap this bad boy on. Nice, nice, nice. All right, here's the disc. Ooh, nice. Yeah, this looks way better than my old one. My old one was beat. And some stickers. Nice, or a sticker. And then the actual disc. Cool, let's put this on. Oh yeah. Woo. Okay, transmission is now officially on. TNOO. Transmission now officially on. Wait. TOO. Transmission officially on. I'm not James Pumpkin. I can't do this shit. Alright, so what after feels like an eternity, I have finally wrapped up pretty much everything, and I'm now at the point where I can load my tune that I got from Mo's Speed Shop, and this will be the base tune so I can get it to idle, and that's pretty much it. I'm not going to drive it, nothing. I just wanted to start. I'm going to make sure I already got all the fluids topped off, just cool it. There's oil, there's everything we need, everything's plugged in. This is just the test start to see if it even runs and drives, so, or runs and starts. So wish me luck. We're going through the process. I'm loading up the tune. It's gonna save the stock data first, and then the actual tune itself will load, and then we'll be able to see if this thing fires up or if it completely explodes. car is now done. Everything is operating the way it's supposed to be. Air conditioning works, power steering works. The blower, well, it blows, I guess, but hopefully I'm not, what do you call that when you say something and then later it happens? Foreshadowing. Hopefully I'm not foreshadowing. So here she is. And now, to the edit. Let's go.
I don't need a clutch or tech, I don't need a cup of tea. All I need is to see the moon rise and the sun to set. All I need is a nest in the woods where I can rest. Branches tapping on my window, birds wake me up to sex. Instead of that C4 on my
And as you know, with the Supercharger comes boost. So with boost comes a boost gauge. I got my wideband hooked up, and I got the wideband reading into my SET X4 so that I can data log everything on the computer and have Mo's Speed Shop remote tune the vehicle. And I've also got the cable so that I can read my wideband on my SET. So that makes it a lot easier to tune the car. And in case you're wondering, I am going to be replacing this cracked windshield. Everybody, thanks for watching. This video took forever to make. I promise the next one will not take as long. There's a couple small things I still got to finish on the car. A clunk in the rear end. I got to adjust the motor mounts a little bit. The differential winds like crazy, whether it's a ring and pinion issue, whatever the case may be. Either way, I'm going to get that all taken care of, and you'll catch me in the next video. So, peace out.